Hello, Capricorn. Thank you for tuning in to your full moon reading. My name is Melissa. If you're new here, I do tarot readings based on the new moon and the full moon energies. So we're going to be looking at the full moon for March 9th for Capricorn. Yeah, I have a giveaway going on because I met a huge milestone for me. I reached a 1,000 subscribers milestone, and so if you're interested in that, there will be a link to the video in the giveaway where I'm celebrating. So let's get started. I'm going to use my pendulum to decide which deck we're going to use. Which deck for Capricorn? All right, the first one. This is the Tarot of the Old Path. It is my first deck. I got this deck when I was 16, so I've had it for over 20 years. Capricorn. Right. What is Capricorn's current energy for this full moon? Capricorn's current energy for this full moon, please. All right. Ooh, I really like this. I really like this. Okay, so the one that tried to come out is the Ace of Rods or the Ace of Wands, which is about a new beginning, something that you're like motivated by, that you're looking forward to, possibly something creative, maybe even spiritually. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles as well as the Ten of Cups. So with these tens, the tens for me, like being that there's two of them, kind of really draws me into the number 10, which is the completion of a cycle, which we're at the peak of the cycle with the full moon. So it's kind of like the same energy to me a little bit. It's full, it's rounded. You know, when you get to the end of the cycle, it makes a circle, which we also see in the Pentacles. So we have fulfillment and happiness, and the Pentacles having to do with earth energy. We also have the 10 with the Cups, which is the water energy. So we have, you know, like physical fulfillment, meaning, you know, like you've possibly got a new house or a new family life. There's definitely other people involved, I feel, but that's kind of what your current energy is looking like. Looks like you're doing really well for, like, maybe you've manifested something great. Like if you're tuning into the moon energies and putting an intention out at the new moon, the full moon is where it will peak and where the manifestation intention that you put out is supposed to kind of come to fulfillment. And if it doesn't, then you know it's something that needs to be released. And so we have the second half of the moon cycle where we're releasing stuff. So I feel like you really have brought something to the surface that you're proud of. I'm getting pride. You're proud of this, right? The way they're holding up those glasses, those goblets, cups, cauldrons, you know, like in pride, like, look what I've created. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for your current energy. This is kind of feeling, like the feeling I'm getting is very similar to the Aries reading, so you might want to check that one out. There might be something there for you as well. All right, let's see, what does see, now I started to say Aries. The cards went sideways on me. Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know for this full moon? What does Capricorn need to know? Okay. Okay. What does Capricorn need to know, please? Okay. All right, there's my 3. Okay, remember me saying that I feel like there's some other people involved in this fulfillment that you're getting. But then we have the eight of Swords and a Knight and a King pop out, okay? So I feel like there may be some people that I'm kind of getting the sense that the people who helped you to get to where you are, at least for this manifestation, this full moon that I'm seeing for you, the people that kind of helped lift you up, I keep getting this like uplifting energy. I feel like you're going to have to maybe separate yourself from them at some point. This is really you isolating yourself, feeling doubted. And I really feel like it has to do with these two people that are coming up. I feel like these are definitely people in your case, people that are either going to feel like they need to defend themselves against you, people that are maybe were helped you in the motivation process for this manifestation that's coming up for you. Um, I'm just really getting like a, like, okay, they've done their part and maybe now it's time to release them. They had a role in this upliftment, if that's a word. They had a role in uplifting you, and they had a role in helping you get to this point, and you're very proud of the work that you've done. And I feel like you're gonna start to see how they no longer serve you in that purpose, and that it might be time to start releasing them from your life. I feel like these are temporary people in your life. Like maybe they were, okay. So for me, this card, the wands are kind of like a spirituality card. Getting that nudge, that motivation that I was talking about can come from like a spiritual nudge. I'm kind of getting like maybe there was like spirit brought this into your life, these people to help boost you, and that was their purpose, and that was the only purpose that they had in your life. So that's kind of what I'm getting for that. Like maybe they were brought to you spiritually, and they served a purpose, and their purpose is soon running out. Oh yeah, that was the World card. Okay, so yeah, the cycle is complete. The world is again another cycle, a complete cycle. There's that circle, well, oval, but you see what I mean there. The world is definitely a completion here. So their time in your life is complete. They've completed their task. Thank you. All right. What can Capricorn do? Any actions for Capricorn to take? Actions for Capricorn. Oh, another 10. Another 10. These 10s, okay? You have almost every 10. And quartz too. So, yeah. This 10 is really, he's struggling, right? He's had enough. This completion is not a cycle completed. This is a like at the end of your rope. I'm hearing there's definitely an end, like a closing of a cycle here. Could be where I placed it on the table is right next to the other 10s. I mean, I guess that's where it needed to be, but it's kind of like I feel a completion of a struggle. Okay, if that makes sense. All right, so that's not really an action, but it's maybe something that there may be action that needs to be taken in order to kind of release these people from your life and end any suffering. Okay. We also have the Lone Man, which is the Fool, which is taking that leap of faith. Okay. We have the Nine of Rods as well. Okay. So you're kind of guarding a little bit here. There's a little bit of guardedness, and, I feel like you're going to start to realize that you're being guarded around them and feeling maybe like there's too much involvement, is kind of the realization that you need to take this leap of faith, go it on your own. You've like, I feel like it comes off kind of shady, like, like you're using them, like you've used them to boost yourself up, and now you're like, all right, I'm done with you guys. Thanks for your help. And now hit the road. That's not really how it's shaking out to me. It's more of they've helped you get there, and now they're kind of like, well, since we helped you get there, now you have to take us along for the ride. And I think the cards are trying to tell you you don't have to feel obligated to them. Spiritually, they've fulfilled their commitment. And now it's time for you, maybe even, to hit the road. Okay. Time to look for a new perspective here. Okay. Taking the time to see things from a different point of view. And then we also had the Empress. Okay. So the Empress is very fruitful. The Empress keeps coming up in readings. So this full moon, it has very good Empress vibes. But the Empress is nurturing and motherly and caring, and it's really just a reminder for you to take care of yourself. Sometimes you have to go alone, right? The lone man. You sometimes have to take a road that is just for you, that is your path. And at one point in time, earlier in this cycle, perhaps, some paths merged, which helped with that uplifting. And now I feel like it's time for those paths to part again, but not in a negative way. We don't have any tower cards. We don't have any sudden shakeups. It's just kind of a sloughing off of the dead skin is kind of the image that I'm getting here. But it's to reveal that youthful, bright skin underneath, which I feel like represents the Empress here. So definitely a good reading, and I think now, hopefully going forward, understanding that sometimes people come into your life and they're not meant to be there forever, is kind of the goal here in this reading. So I hope that you take that however it resonates for you. If it doesn't resonate for you, then I encourage you to find other videos that maybe help you. Possibly look at your moon sign, your rising sign, or your Venus sign, because I do feel some kind of Venus energy here, especially with the Empress. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed your reading. Please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That way you get the next set of videos that comes out. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, have a blessed day.